Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm your occasionally humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael LeBune.
That's me, Eric. Hello.
And dialing in from Oakland, Brain Damage.
Yo!
And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a trademark, copyrighted, patented, absolutely quintessential, absolutely required aspect of the show every week. You know it, you love it, you know what I'm talking about. No, actually, you don't know what I'm talking about, but everybody else knows what I'm Yep, it's episode 158.9, brought to you in part by Crayola. The white one is useless.
True.
Honest Slogans newsletter. It's just another email cluttering up your inbox. Sign up for the Honest Slogans newsletter so you can have more clutter in your inbox. The Honest Slogans newsletter. Mountain Dew, sports drink for gamers. Originally, the slogan, of course, was Yahoo Mountain Dew. It'll tickle your innards. Do the do. Also, Piz. Now with more lithium. Riz the Piz.
Never ends.
No, it doesn't. Just because I know it impresses you. Nope, the patented, trademark, copyrighted, essential part is the Dpressing news.
We're number one. We're number one.
Lot of stuff happening. As always, it never stops. Ever since we started doing this silly show, I swear it's blowing my freaking mind that... No. Too much depressing news. Stop. Behave. Gosh darn it. Yeah, 159 episodes, folks. 159 episodes. One sec. We'll fix that in post. Hey, so, for frack's sake. I had all this.
You're doing a bad job, Eric.
Yeah, I know. You do a much better job. Ken Klippenstein reports that the intelligence community is spying on student protesters. Congress is pressuring the FBI to infiltrate college protests with informants, or as we in the community like to say, more informants. So spying on college students. Wonderful use of FBI time and resources. Hey, speaking of global, organizations, I don't even know what to say on that. The ICC has issued arrest warrants for both the leaders of Israel, Netanyahu, and Hamas. So they're calling on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And his defense chief and 3 Hamas leaders over the crimes. Got very wide coverage. It was really fascinating to see how quickly an organization with absolutely no power could jump on this. Did you see that? Look at that. Boom. Boom. Absolutely no meaning at all. Fantastic. But that's all right. You know who's on the case? That's right. Donald Trump's foreign policy advisors have met with the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, source says. Oh, by the way, this is a picture of a kitten because I have a blocker that keeps all pictures of the tangerine toddler off my screen. It's good for my blood pressure. So the Middle East is blowing up. But you know what? He sent his team over there. So the tangerine boys, they'll probably fix it. Probably fix the Middle East, probably be good. Hey, a barge had hit the bridge connecting Galveston and Pelican Island. It's the only connection between Galveston and Pelican Island, spilling, causing a partial collapse of the bridge and an oil spill. Also, coincidentally, there was a solar spill the same day, resulting in what scientists are calling a nice day. Samuel Alito is in trouble for displaying a Stop the Steal symbol at his home days after January 6th. The justice has dissented in a case ending Trump's election challenges weeks after the flag was noticed by neighbors. Apparently that's like a QAnon thing or a January 6th thing. You fly your flag upside down. And Alito bravely defended himself by throwing his wife under the bus. Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Oh, my wife did it because she was whatever. And the story that really has just blown my mind in such a way that I cannot let it go, unfortunately, is that This is the most normal state in the United States. Did you know this? Illinois is the most normal state. So all you people dialing in from other, I knew you seemed weird. Okay, I knew it, and I needed anyway. I keep obsessing over this. And the other weird thing is too is apparently the next closest to us is like New York, and New Jersey or Connecticut, and I'm just like, screw all those places. Just to give you some
fuck
idea.
all those places and Illinois.
Yeah,
like
well. Really, pretty much any imaginary lines are funny, But anyway, these states were the most similar to the U.S. in terms of religion. So if you mix together the United States makeup of Muslim, Jewish, Hindu, etc., 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 you get this. And we are apparently ranked right in the middle, in the pale thing there. We have exactly the same mix as the rest of the country. We're the average. George pointed out the old phrase of how does it play in Peoria? And yep, still doing it. We are the most average representative American state there. And see, with number 2 being Florida, it's like, well, what does this really mean? What are we, are we serious here? I'm not sure what to make of this. I'm not sure, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was the most fascinating story that I saw there. And because I'm a librarian, I wanted to post this little bit of minutia from the study. This will raise flags among our nerdiest readers for reasons almost too obscure to mention.
Right side up flags.
This duo became infamous among stat schleppers in 2015 when they changed their names and official county identification codes. They used to be Shannon County and Wade Hampton census area, respectively, breaking a zillion time series databases in the process. So when those two counties show up as outliers, it's because you didn't account for the name changes. Ha! Ha! Details and dumbness. There we go. You guys don't feel it the way the librarians do. That's fine. I don't even care. Really?
I think it's pronounced librarians.
I hate you more every minute. We always close out the depressing news with a nice heartwarming animal story and the dodo. And if you're not following the dodo, you are missing out. Was reporting a follow-up story on Wally the Walrus. Wally the Walrus, who was famously sinking boats all over the place and racking up a killer lifetime score. Definitely MVP amongst the walruses. Well, anyway, they just gave him his own little couch, and now he's cool. He's just hanging out. You just wanted to lounge around, You just give him a space. What's the problem? Anyway, thought that was pretty cool. Nat Geo, of course, is always breaking out with the amazing photographs. Here we got a 4-panel of a black and white Jacobin hummingbird captured at the exact moment that it crosses in front of the sun, lighting up its wings and the extreme parts of its feathers in just an iridescent rainbow. Just absolutely gorgeous. Thought that was pretty freaking amazing. You're like, Eric, you couldn't possibly top that for a heartwarming animal story. Oh, yeah? Well, Wild Wings Photography reports the melanistic fox, one of the rarest animals on the planet. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. Look at him.
Wow.
Look at him. I know, I just want to go swimming in his eyes. Look at those eyes. He's all orange and black tips and just, that's the, the melanistic fox, one of the rarest animals on the planet. You're like, well, surely, Eric, that's got to be it. I mean, there's no way you could go any further than that. Oh, no! My good friends, National Geographic Photography, posted again with the blue hairy frogfish, which sounds exactly like what it is. I don't know about you guys, but I just hear it just going, cookie, see for cookie. Blah, blah. I don't know. It's very fuzzy and Cookie Monster-ish looking and big googly eyes. And I love him. The blue hairy frogfish. Closing out an episode of Facebook for the Blind's news segment for May 21st, 2024. Now, starting off with a delightful round 1 from my beautiful co-host, Quiet Michael Labune.
All right, Eric, comes a big, long, round one. I'm going to take it away from you there because you're still sharing, but don't worry. I stole it.
I'd try to stop, but I can't. I can't quit. I got a problem.
So, Eric, you didn't report this week, but something happened in Congress, and that was that Marjorie Taylor Greene made fun of Representative Crockett's eyelashes.
Mm-hmm.
And then AOC tried to have her reprimanded for that, and the committee voted to not reprimand her for that. And in response, Representative Crockett said, So just for clarification, if a member of this committee was to start talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would be permissible. And of course, everybody went berserk. And nowhere was more affected than about this than the Twitterverse. So Sean B, he says, bleach blonde, bad built butch body is an alliteration I never knew I needed. Sirius Black, friend of the show, Sirius Black, says Marge really needs to avoid talking about people's looks because, and then she has a picture of Ron Perlman as the Beast from the early 90s Beauty and the Beast show. Which does weirdly look like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Aram, at Aram Not a Goat, he just writes bleach blonde, bad built, butch body, but he has a picture of White Chicks, the movie. Wolf has this picture of a Powerpuff Girl with a man's body and a pug nose, and it says bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. Pookie, friend of the show, Pookie, at Pookie's Paradise, which Pookie was my nickname in the Army. Yeah, it says, ate about 4 packs of these. I'm so full. And you see it says Lighthouse gummies. And there's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of them sitting around. But here's for our listeners, when you make Lighthouse into a gummy, sort of, well, it looks like a dildo. Here's a picture of a frog in a plant with a big ass belly. And it just looks like it's posing funny, and it just says Frog.
Like Vogue.
I got 3 more for this round.
Pose.
This one's actually coming to us from friend of the show, Internet Hall of Fame at Internet H0F. And Aegon Targaryen says, I hate when a motherfucker assume shit. And the first reply says, when they what? And he says, assume shit without knowing all the facts. I'm sorry. Whew, I don't like to get people on grammar, but man, that's not even close to the right word. I really like this. This is first of all, it's kind of beautiful background. It looks like it's maybe a picture of Wyoming or something. And there's a picture of a gate. It's just a outlet that looks like it's outside of a pasture. There's mountains in the background. It says, do not cross this field unless you can do it in 9 seconds because the bull can do it in 10. That's a really, really informative sign. And my last meme for round 1 comes from the Chive, friend of the show, the Chive. They say, if you're reading this, I want you to know that I'm beautiful. And that's it for my round 1. Kicking it over to you, Brain Damage.
And you are beautiful, Michael. All right. Let's start. Speaking of beautiful, my lovely wife posted this one from Darlene Brock. And it has, I have a pet termite. I named him Clint. Clint eats wood. Here we've got TimeWarpToys.com, and they posted a big Tyrannosaurus Rex, and he pushed over, looks like Fred Flintstone's car, and he's singing, Flintstones, eat the Flintstones. Gaming Layer posted, since Eric had the sponsor of the show, I always wanted to know how it was done, and it shows the workers in Tennessee collecting the dew from the mountain. that highlighter neon green is just something else, isn't it, Eric?
Oh yeah.
All right, here we've got Mind Eye, and it has a cartoon of, it looks to be an orange, an apple, and a lemon, and it's a waxing center, and the orange is saying, Officer Peach, it's brave of you to go undercover as a nectarine. And the lemon is waxing the buzz off the peach, and he is looking very, very pained up there. This one is not even funny, but this one is just awesome. And it's from Fucked Around, Found Out. It's Welcome to Nature at Welcome to Nature with a 0 instead of an O. And it says the only body part we found was one skull and one bit of pelvis. Everything else was completely gone, and it shows it looks to be a female lion all bloodied up, and it says Pride of Lion eats a group of poachers alive in South African Game Reserve.
Damn.
Interesting.com. And you know what? Poachers. So I noticed sometimes you guys just do interesting things, so I wanted to get in on that. Lifestyle Department posted E.T. running away from looks to be a crap circle.
Oh, God. That's so bad. I love it.
He's got the toilet paper in his hand.
Oh.
Here we have 6 panel. We have the bears. Someone's been sleeping in my bed. The little bear says. Mama bear says someone's also been sleeping in my bed. Pop bear says in my bed as well. And baby bear says, wait, when did you guys get another bed? And they look confused. And they says, your dad and I have been unhappy for a long time. And baby
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
I don't know. Somebody tell me if this one looks familiar. I'm pretty sure I left this out loud. It looks familiar, then I'm going to skip it. This one has a 4-panel, and the little baby chick says, Mommy, what's a dinosaur? And Mom says, dinosaurs are big reptiles. We are their closest ancestors. And baby chick says, wow, I want to be a dinosaur someday. Mom says, anything is possible, dear. And we look up, and the sign billboard right next to them says, Great Farm No Nuggets.
Oh.
And
Oh, my God.
He will definitely be a dinosaur one day.
Oh, my God.
There we have a 2-panel. We have a van pulling an RV with a pool on top. And young brother looks like he is about to jump in on the diving board, but the van kept on moving. He is about to nosedive right on the plane. And then I think this is the last one for me on this round. And here we have someone on a boat seeing a dolphin jump out the water and says, how they playfully jump from the water. And we see down below there are sharks with a slingshot harpooning the dolphins out of the water playfully.
Oh, my God.
And that's going to be it for me. I'm giving it to you, Eric.
Terrible. All right, coming through with my own version of round 1, the wholesome round. I think this actually gave me a little bit of hope in humanity. This is my BFF, and it was her wedding anniversary since we last talked. And I posted this, and I just said, happy anniversary to the beautiful bride, which caused all kinds of confusion, and lots of my friends unfriended me, and screw those people. No, it was great. This is actually another one. This is my post with the most, which is actually freaking crazy. I just said, this is what I look like when I'm working out at my gym, with a picture, doing stand-up in the incredibly bad lighting that we have here in Chambana at the club, and posted that. And there were a lot of Star Trek comments and stuff, and I just said, you should hear my material on Orion women. If you're unfamiliar with Orion women, anyway, it doesn't matter. Benny Diego has reported that Kid Rock says he'll leave the United States if President Joe Biden is reelected.
When did he start campaigning for Joe Biden?
Rob DeBlaker says, finally saw one in the wild. It's a beautiful vehicle. Photos don't do it justice. And dude, if this wheeled dumpster doesn't look just like a Cybertruck, man, I thought it was gorgeous. And yeah, first life seeing him in the wild. Friend of the show, Mary, posted this one from Drawing and Life Photography. This woman has been photographing newborns for decades and says no kid looks like this kid. Look at these frowny faces. Side eye. And like he smelled a fart. Just Anyway, there you go. Friend of the show, Terrence, has posted this one, which is a 2-panel with a picture of a man who's got lightning bolts coming out of his fingers, and 2 women are floating in midair. He's levitating them, and it's labeled telekinesis. And then he's doing the same thing with 2 boys, and it's telekinephews.
Boo.
This was just a blast from the past from years ago that my friend Sherry asked a question, and I said, that's an interesting question. I don't think I have a preformed opinion, so I'll have to think about it. In front of the show, Aaron says, this is Facebook, Eric. That's not how this thing works. That's excellent point. I am irate, I say. For the show, David has posted this ruined children's book with Grover from Sesame Street dressed as a surgeon, and it's titled, I'm Sorry You Can't Afford to Be Alive, and Other Stories from America. Puns for All and All for Puns has posted this one from James Hanna at James Hanna saying, depluralize a film. I'll start. Jaw. Benjamin Judge replies, A Crow on the Orient Express. Took me a while to remember that a bunch of crows is called a murder too.
Oh, that's a thinker.
Friend of the show and founding zaddy of the show, Andrew Teedy.
We're not saying that.
Has posted this picture of a young boy in a striped polo shirt, kind of staring off into the middle distance of the ground. And it says, zoning out, thinking about double bacon cheeseburgers mid-conversation. Yeah, been there. Friend of the show, Michael Matthews Jr. has posted no at TBH Just Stop. Said during a graduation speech, all our parents had sex during the same year, and I think that's really great. The graduating class. Okay, screw you all. This is a 3-panel. Oh man, this is The Walking Dead, and I'm not good at it. Who's this guy? The guy whose son's name is Carl. From The Walking Dead.
I don't know.
Carl's
the
dad.
Sheriff. He's the sheriff.
Carl's dad, the sheriff. And he is questioning
Rick.
And he is questioning Karl Marx in a cowboy hat. He says, why do Marxists only drink decaf tea? Marx says, comrade, please don't. He says, because proper tea is theft. Proper tea is theft, Carl.
Right.
Friend of the show, Paul Stamper has passed along this one I saw from others from Eric Alper. He's reposted Buffalo Bill Dan at Friends Ya Mom. Says every relationship needs one person who says, what else has he been in while watching something, and one person who excitedly reads their IMDb out loud.
Agreed.
I know.
This is the way.
It wasn't until I read this that I realized what was missing in my life. Friend of the show, Lexi, has posted this from Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if you can guess this or not. Bleach, blonde, bad, built, butch, bitch. Body. Oh, that's freaking great. Here we have a friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson, saying Jasmine Crockett Appreciation Day. P.S. Look up the phrase bleach, blonde, bad, built, butch body.
You really should.
You really should.
Classic.
Jasmine Crockett is one of my favorite people in Congress, and that is a very, very short list.
Yeah.
National Strategic Stockpile of Memes has busted out this one of the model on the left is an exhibit at the Museum of Confluences in Lyon, France. It depicts a Neanderthal woman. And you know, I mean, we don't normally do a lot of jokes about looks, but this Neanderthal woman looks just like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I'll say they both look bleach, blonde, bad built, butch bodied.
Dude,
for sure.
That Neanderthal woman has the same lips. Best and the worst of Twitter, too, has got this post from LeVar Burton who says, words of the day, bleach, blonde, bad built, butch, and body. National Strategic Stockpile of Memes, again, just quoting Representative Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, I saw Jasmine Crockett do an interview about Fannie Willis, and she basically just tied it all together again. Just Fannie Willis is doing her job, and if she'd been a different color, none of this would have happened. And I was like, yeah, actually. National Strategic Stockpile of Memes again, making like the 4th appearance in the show this round, has posted this picture of Mean Girls 2004 with what's her name? You know, the girls.
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, yes, Mean Girls 2004 and Mean Girls 2024. Have you seen all these boys showing up with their red ties to support a criminal?
They're such bitches, man.
Dude, can you imagine what would happen if Nancy Pelosi went to support a criminal at his trial? Just pause, just from the Speaker of the House. Schumer's down. Anyway. This is a picture of the Red Tie Brigade standing outside of the courthouse. See Dr. Ronnie Jackson, Dr. Feelgood from back in the Trump administration. His goofy son, always standing weird. I don't know what is with his chest, but he always looks like he's gonna. I don't know. He's just falling. Anyway, this guy Patrick is saying, "What happens when the courts come after you because you said something that the ruling class didn't like? That's what these other countries are all about. They shut down the ruling class. They want to be sure that anyone who speaks up against the ruling class disappears." Reporter, isn't the former president a member of the ruling class?
He's a fucking billionaire.
And he was once the ruler of the most powerful nation on earth and potentially the next ruler of. Anyway. So several people posted this, just a picture of the same Red Tie Brigade, but with rainbow wigs and red clown noses, and it says, "Take us seriously." And finally, from friend of the show, Sasha, Mutable Joe, who says, "The hardest part of beekeeping is thinking of all the names." That has been my wholesome round one. Handing it back to you, Michael, for an irreverent round two of average American length.
Here we go for the irrelevant round. And we're starting off with Hyperbolu, who says, choose a major you love and you'll never work a day in your life because that field isn't tiring.
Oh, I feel that one today.
Laner at Laner says, quote unquote, "Thank you for your payment." Shut the fuck up. I am 30 as fuck, and I am employed as fuck. They share Tyler Mead's tweet. Tyler says, "Can we make a reality show where we make baby boomers try applying to jobs for the first time in 30 years using their own advice and see how quickly they have a mental breakdown?"
Just take your resume to the office. Just ask for the manager.
I love this one. It's from Grogu Giggles. I forget this actor's name, but he plays Kylo Ren. And he's explaining very passionately, "The Mandalorian is a side story." And Grogu says, "I am Star Wars now." And Kylo says, "I'm a Sith Lord. I could wipe out a fleet of your Mandalorians." And Grogu says, "You're an emo with a glow stick." I love this one. It's from Aquarius.feels on Instagram. We love you, Aquarius.feels. This is quoting an Aquarius, and it says, "Allow me to slip into something more comfortable." Gets in my car and leaves. I just could not get over this week. Buzzing Pop at Buzzing Pop, the magazine, has this picture of Prince William with his big ass teeth, and it says, "Prince William has been named UK's third sexiest man of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. This is the face of the third sexiest man in England. And Amber Sparks says, "Are British people okay?"
Dude,
I got three more for this round.
Really messed up, man.
Oh man, this made me laugh so fucking hard. This was on Reddit, and the original poster says, "The guy who wrote 1984," and they say, "Yeah, the guy who wrote 1984," and somebody answers them and says, "George Orwell, JOR space WEL." Which, when you say it fast, George Orwell. Moving on.
Yeah.
Last meme for this round, once again coming from the Chive. The Chive showing up this week.
Yeah.
And it says, never forget who is there for you when no one else was. And it's a picture of a man walking on the beach holding hands with a giant marijuana. And that's all I got for round 2. The irrelevant round, and back to you, Brain Damage.
All right, let's do this thing. Here we have, I'm pretty sure there's 4 panels. Let's go. We have a couple of, I don't know what these guys are, but they're saying, we're not cannibals, we're punnibals. We eat guys who make puns. He said, but I never make puns. Sorry about that. We made a mistake. He said, more like a mistake. And they look like fucker goddess with his puns. Here we have a woman answering her husband's cell phone, and his golf clubs are on the floor, and he's laid out. She has a bent up golf club in her hand. She says, no, he's decided not to play today. He suddenly remembered it's my birthday. This one is speedbump.com. Oh, I forgot to look who even did these cartoons. My bad. I'm high.
Sorry.
But I said, here we have a dog with a suit and flowers proposing to another dog who has no dress up attire. And she says, when I said, do you want to go out? I meant to pee, not on a date. Here we have a bunch of drinks. We have a red drink with some lipsticks and a lemon. Then we got 2 skinny drinks. And it looks like a Long Island over there. And the red drink says, you mind not standing so close? And I say, definitely unsweetened. And then they look, and there's one stumbling around, and he's empty, and it says, someone's drank. Wouldn't drunk still work in that?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that they chose that.
That's fruitgonebad.com. Here we have Pikachu 777 posted a 4-panel. We have a boy saying, Pikachu, you're an electric type. Charmander, you're a fire type. And then he goes to Snorlax and says, it says type 2. And Snorlax does not look happy.
Oh no.
Here we have Noah's Ark celebrating because there is a dove bringing, I found weed. Daily Earworm, I don't know what DK Amilo is, but Reality Check drew a plumber coming in trying to fix I guess a bidet. I don't know. It says Turds Plumbers, and he's singing, Mama told me there'd be days like this.
Hey.
I don't know why that cracked me up so much. Here we have Monica Maloney posted fucked up philosophical. A swear jar, but you take out a piece of paper and scream whatever's written on it. I'm here for this.
I like that.
Diane says she doesn't get it. I'm like, we just have a jar full of swear words that we just get to. You know what? I get creative. You know what I'd actually do with this, Michael? I'd pull 3 at a time and just be fuck sag nuts. You know what I mean?
It's like my son when he curses.
Just shit monkey poo. Comics Road posted too funny, and we have 2 women talking, and one says, sometimes my noise canceling headphones work better when I put them on other people. She's put her earphones over his mouth. I wish I could do that in real life. This one's after 2024, and they have what looks to be maybe Santa Claus. Who knows? He says, so what did you want to talk about? And there is a reindeer looking up at 3 reindeer heads on the wall that says complainers.
Oh, shit.
And the reindeer's like, actually, Let's talk about shit. All right, funny memes posted a 4-panel. Here we have a water cooler swishing around. He looks like he's struggling. He's swishing around. He looks like he's struggling. Somebody comes and gets some water, and he's so relieved. Just to prove we are just drinking water cooler's piss.
Oh.
The humor side posted a woman finding her cat on her computer, and she says, "Bad kitty, now log out." And the cat says, "This side blows. There are no fish on here." And it's just desperate women who are, wait, is that you? And that's going to do it for me for this round, Eric. I'm handing it off to you. Uh-oh.
Did I freeze or is it dead air?
Uh-oh, Eric, you're muted somehow.
Eric, well, you just dropped all audio, my dude.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Eric.
Yeah, we
I
can't
don't
hear
think
you.
you can hear us either.
Eric.
Look at him go, though. He's just going and going.
Yeah. Now he muted. Now he actually muted. Nope, still can't hear you.
Still can't hear you.
I like it better than when I can hear him.
I hate you.
Oh, geez.
I hate you more every round. I do.
That one. Now
He's
I'm gonna
back,
hear you.
everybody. I knew the spell would work.
Oh, horrible. Friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson. And if you're not following Corey Showtime Robinson, you are missing out. Said, quote, "Follow me on Thread." Said no one ever.
All right.
Brandon and I both, man, I'm getting notifications and links to it. And it's just like, stop it. Stop trying to make
I'm
fetch.
like, I don't understand how.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. Friend of the show, Jill says, when Kid Rock said bong with a thong, orangutan titties.
Right.
I felt that. Raising Children Unfundamentalist poster Cindy Wang Brandt about 3 hours ago said, not to shade religious people, but it's kind of chilling how some folks praise Abraham for being willing to kill Isaac for God to prove his devotion. Like, I don't know about y'all, but if God told me to kill my son, I'd kind of be like, maybe this isn't the God for me.
Right?
Right.
From Have a Gay Day, this is a test. This is only a test. You know, but I bet you other religions have stuff like that too. Here's a 6-panel with a guy who's shouting at the sky, "What is my destiny?" And a cloud rolls up with a big face on it and says, "Destiny. See that rock?" And the man says, "Yeah. Thou art destined to put that rock in your butthole." Are there any other clouds that I can speak to? No. Tales of a Kitchen Witch has posted this one from Slate at Please Be Nice. Says, bank, to qualify for a mortgage, you need to build credit. Me, I have never risked a rent payment. Bank, that doesn't count. It's extremely different for some reason. This next is a 4-panel. It says, little things you can do to save the environment. Panel 1, bike to work. Panel 2, try meatless Mondays. Panel 3, guillotine the corrupt corporate class that is poisoning the planet for profit. And finally, recycle. Friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George Hussein Cruikshank, has reposted Autistic Dominatrix Turned Scientist. And if you're not following Autistic Dominatrix Turned Scientist, where are you getting your Autistic Dominatrix? Yeah.
Also, we're not saying Zaddy. We're not doing that.
Okay. Posted from chimpanzee.com. I love how all goth music from the 80s is literally just clang, clang. I like to have evil sex. I recognize Lorene's laugh. Welcome to the show. I swear as God is my witness, when I tape my first special, Lorene's in the audience, like mic'd, extra mic'd, 2 mics, stereo mics. Noah says, that's kind of unfair. You know, they also kept saying this evil sex thing in the 90s too. So Catman's Anti-Capitalist Treehouse has a repurposed Karl Marx Capital Volume 1 from Penguin Classics, except that this is a substitute that says, business, why newspaper paywalls are still a bad idea. This article is for subscribers only. Media industry research shows that more and more newspapers are implementing paywalls. Yes, they are. Friend of the show, Jeff Godvebnik, says Pekin doesn't have many witches because most residents aren't good at spelling. The second time Jeff's come up, and it's the second time spells have come up too. So I'm counting it as a coinky dink. Ding. Friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson, making a third appearance in the show, says comedy is like cigarettes. Makes me feel good, and it feels like I look cool, but it smells bad, and it's killing me slowly. Got on 3-4 more here. Mom's Friends Network has an all caps post, so very important. I just witnessed a lady throw away the center of a cinnamon roll. The center of a cinnamon roll. The greatest bite of the cinnamon roll. The reason you get the cinnamon roll. The world is full of monsters. Monsters. Friend of the show, Jeff Gavednik, making a fourth appearance of the show. I drive so bad, dear, keep an eye out for me. Friend of the show, Janet Share and Savor Memes, Life and Recipes has posted, go home, Netflix, you're drunk. Because this post is Barney and Friends, picture of Barney with a crown on, having a little party. But the description on Netflix says the true story of Colombia's infamous, violent, and powerful drug cartels fuels this gritty new gangster drama series.
Oh no.
Barney and Friends. Caption, Jesus, this show looks pretty intense. And finally, friend of the show, Teo Morgan, has posted this picture of the sheriff in his combat vest and badge with his mic and everything, holding up his Gadsden flag coffee mug that says, "Don't tread on me." And the first commenter replying says, "Bro, you're the boot."
No shit.
When did you forget you're the boot? So, I've forgotten how to stop sharing again. Oh, that's right. Controls. And that was my irreverent round 2.
All right, here we go with round 3, the penultimate round.
Penultimate, that means next to last.
Starting it off with, hey man, nice tweet at jazz_in_my_pants.
Friend of the show from right now. Friend of
the show, jazz in my pants. He says, would people give me directions and say, you can't miss it? Buddy, you have no idea what I'm capable of. Well, I sure appreciated this one from the Jive. It's a picture of somebody holding up a very flaccid, well, it's a rolled up pancake, I suppose. It says, "Look at this pathetic pancake." But Doxy Gay says, "Why are you holding it like that?"
That's a tortilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is a tortilla, but he calls it a pancake.
Right, what the hell?
Listen, it's bad for a tortilla or a pancake, and he is holding it like a penis. Next, I really appreciated this. This came from Kunk on Earth.
Oh, I love Kunk. National
Love. What is her first name? Not Thelonious. Philomena. Philomena Kunk. So I'm on her like Instagram channel. So she just sends messages out like a newsletter, but in your inbox on Instagram. And this one was on there, and it's an old timey picture, like a political cartoon, and it says "Votes for Women." And she says, "Finally, women could choose which man would tell them what to do."
Oh God.
Mossy_hollow has a picture of a raging bear, and it says, "This meeting could have been a fist fight." And Eric, since you know more about ADHD than anybody else on the call, would you go ahead and read us this one from Bob Dylan at Bob Dylan?
And Bobbity Dylan says, does anybody else with ADHD grab their own dick and sort of work it up and down until it produces goo?
That's disgusting, Eric. Moving on. we have a movie poster, and it's Marvel, and it sure looks like Ant-Man, but then you look a little closer and it says Marvel Can't-Man. And then the subtitle just says, "My mom said no."
Oh.
Trash Can Paul, friend of the show, Trash Can Paul, has
Hey.
this incredible picture of a gorgeous landscape with a creek and there's livestock and a massive mountain in the background. And he says, "Imagine doing meth here."
Yes.
Who said yes? This was kind of weird. Doxy_gay is back, and she's retweeting Pop Crave, and they're reporting Avril Lavigne addresses conspiracy theory that she died and was replaced by a body double named Melissa. Avril says, "It's just funny to me. Honestly, it's not that bad. It could be worse, right? I feel like I've got a good one. I don't think it's negative. Obviously, I am me. It's so dumb." Doxy Gay says, "That's suspiciously exactly what Melissa would say." and I have two more for this round. This one coming to us from Javier, and he just says good night. And we see this is kind of an older meme format. It's a guy walking, hanging his head low, and he says, "I'm okay." But you see he has all these like huge balls and chains around his ankles that, supposedly we can't see. And what's weighing him down is a massive dong is one of them. Another one says, "My dick is ginormous." Another one says, "God, my cock is too fat." And finally, for round 3, the penultimate round, we have the girl and boy tweeting each other at night or texting each other at night. And the girl says, "I had a good day today," smiley face. And then we see the boy in his thought bubble. He says, "Fucking finally, this bitch always complaining." But what he actually texts back is, "That's great to hear."
Aw.
And that's all for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Back to you, Brain.
All right, let's do it. Ultimate pens. Here we go. This one is Fruit Gone Bad, and here we have an ice cream sandwich, a double popsicle, a cookie ice cream sandwich, and a sundae. And the double popsicle is mad, saying, "Miss Sprinkle Tits always gotta be extra." And the sundae is saying, "2 sticks up that ass tonight, huh?" Here we've got Ostizzy TV, and we've got the baby Yoda, the Groguligan, holding his phone. And he says, "Me waiting for the phone to stop ringing so I can text you and ask you what the fuck you want." It should say, "What the fuck you want, Groguligan?" Here we have Comics TV, and we have I guess a blind peeping Tom, because he is using his seeing eye dog to reach in and peep on this woman taking a shower. The dog looks just as violated as the woman does. He's like, I did not sign up to see titties today, sir." Here we have a 4-panel from Weed Beats. We have 2 praying mantises in bed. She says, "Hey, do you want to?" And he's like, "Yes." And he says, "Hold on. Let me get protection."
Uh-oh.
And he reaches in and gets himself a night helmet. The pose, though. The pose. Oh, God. And on that theme, we have Darlene Brock tweeted, looks like this one might be, nope, infakes.com. And we have 2 phones in bed, and he says, "I brought protection," and he reaches for a screen protector. I couldn't find the name of this one, but we have a 4-panel. Cat runs up on another cat. He says, "I need help getting rid of a body." The other cat says, "I know a guy. He'll take care of it." And he leaves it on the doorstep. And the man's picking up a rat with a bag, and he says, "Fucking cat, I swear to God."
That's awesome.
Oh, God. Here we have inappropriate GIF posted. "Do you know why birds sing in the mornings?" Because they don't have to go to fucking work. And that is a callback from my bird set last week. My wife said this to me a whole 8.5 minutes after we ended the show. I was like, thanks. Here we have 2 cheese pizzas, one with some ranch on it. Or we'll find out. He says, "Hey, how was your date? Looks like you finally tried some ranch." And she says, "Ranch? Oh yeah." And this one's fruit gone bad.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Here we have speedbum.com, and we've got a whack-a-mole. The kid is down. He looks like he's holding himself, and we see the mole. It's coming out right where it just right back, right in.
I feel
right
this
in the
cartoon boy's
knockers.
pain.
The mole's revenge. Here we have a 2-panel. We have the crew from, what is this again? Futurama? And
Yeah,
Fry's
Futurama.
labeled Ask Meta AI Anything. And this giant slug guy says, "That's Meta AI. You can ask it anything." And the professor says, "Ask it to fuck off."
Yeah.
This was the last one for me for my ultimate pen round. This one's a 4-panel with some fish. Right? And the first fish says, "Beth broke up with me." The other one says, "You know what they say? There are plenty of humans on the land." Says, "You know what? You're right." And 2 guys swimming, and one guy with the chase says, "I think a fish just swam into my butthole." And I forgot to give this guy props. That was Extra Fabulous Comics. And that's going to do it for me for this one. Handing it to you, Eric.
Well done, rounding out the penultimate round, leaving only our post with the most. I have a post here from friend of the show, Nika, who said, "So did I miss something this cicada mating season or cicada shedding season, whatever the fuck it is? Is this the first time it's happening in Illinois? Because folks are really amped the fuck up about it. And it's like on all the people posts and everybody's talking about it, and I just don't get it. So am I too black to understand this? Is this like a, a non-melanin thing? Because I'm really confused about it."
We do love to talk about it
Yeah.
when it happens. Yeah.
Friend of the show, Craig Smith, has reposted this from SLC Punks 2's Punks Dead. Has a post from Pete G. Griffin. Says, "In the 70s, you could afford to move a family of 4 across the country and buy a demon-possessed home." Remember that? Remember back then? Good times. Carolyn. This is the big story this week. This one was honestly about my post with the most, probably, because we have this guy, Harrison Butker, I guess his name is pronounced.
Maybe.
He raised the most eyebrows at his commencement speech when he told the women in the audience that their most important title should be homemaker. And what's interesting is that the mom of the Chiefs kicker, Harrison Butker, told women to be homemakers, but his mom is an accomplished physicist at Emory, published in all kinds of stuff. She's amazing. So, yeah. Anyway, apparently even Flavor Flav commented on this. He said, "Sounds like some players need to stay in their lanes and shouldn't be giving commencement speeches." Flavor Flav said, "God is good. I'm a man of faith and grateful for all the opportunities I have in my life to support women in their choices. My whole team is women with a woe manager and law hers. And I am blessed to be surrounded by great women in law."
Lars.
Got a whole nother plane there. National Strategic Stockpile of Memes and Satire coming up here with Harrison Bible giving an iron to a graduating graduate, and it says, "Be all you can be." Pretty good. Mercury Demetris, I assume that's how you pronounce that, has posted a collection of the comments on every Chiefs post. Susan Reiber, "Are we allowed to watch the game? I haven't asked my husband if I could." "I hope I can see the TV from the kitchen," says Vader Bob. Eliana says, "Too bad I won't be able to make the game since my job is to stay in the kitchen." And finally, Sarah says, "I was going to buy a jersey to support the team, but is my woman money okay to use?" I just had a picture of again Harrison Butsnack. He is here saying, he said, "Now take a deep breath and face backwards. This is from the fakest fake news on the internet and is satire and parody. Please remember that the sports memory. Everyone's taking what I said out of context. All I said is that we should go back to a better time, like the 50s and 60s, where men were men and women had more babies than thoughts. When the only Me Too movement was a woman saying she was ready for her fourth child and another woman agreeing." Harrison Butker on setting the record straight. And a lot of people clarified it was that, you know what, it was a mess. It was a mess. A lot of people did not read the word satire. National Strategic Stockpile of Memes and Satire. Again, too much. I'm sorry. As reposted, Mr. Race Bannon at Mr. Race Bannon says, Harrison Butker looks like he's selling Mary Kay part-time. He's got
It's also too short.
He's got the you know those shoes that millionaire football players wear with no socks? They're probably
Loafers.
$3,000 shoes. He's got a $3,000 leather bag, but I'm sure it's his favorite. And he's got this jacket, which I saw one commentator doing a voiceover for it and was just like, I just love this jacket because it reminds me of my grandmother's tablecloth, and I just loved it. It just gave me all the feels, and I just really liked it. So yeah. Harrison Butsnack enjoying his fashion.
Butsnack.
The National Strategic Stockpile of Memes again. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. How come his picture of Butsnack here saying, how come the right isn't posting shut up and kick for this guy? I seem to remember LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, and Serena Williams being told to shut up and stick to their sport. I wonder what the difference could be. A lot of people asking that. There was another clip that I thought was great. I did not get this woman's name, but she was on TYT Sports, and we have Harrison Bible Boy saying that his wife's life truly started when she began living her vocation. And the respondent said, "That's interesting because you and your platform always said that life begins at conception." Friend of the show, Chuck, has posted this from the Georgia Department of Memes with a MAGA world chart. We have the color chart here with the light colors at the top, like a paint sample, and the dark colors at the bottom. And at the top, next to Harrison Bible's face, it says, "That's some struth right there." And at the darker shades, it says, "Shut up and dribble."
Yeah.
A lot of that. National Strategic Stockpile of Memes has a post from Lakota Man 1, saying, "This guy's so deep in the closet, he's finding Christmas presents." I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna do this. Oh no, okay. So I thought, oh crap, I'm not gonna like reload it again. My apologies, guys. I suck at this game. I really do. Here's a picture of Mark Zuckerberg, and it says, "Buys an island for privacy?" Question mark. With the money he made by selling your privacy. That was pretty fun. The reason that I wanted to bring that up first is just to talk about Zuck here, because I got this warning on Facebook that it said there was an altered photo in your post. Your post contains the same information that has been fact-checked by fact checkers. Fact check. Is this an authentic image of Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg cuddling? I don't know. What do you freaking think? I said, "That's right, Zuck. What are you gonna do about it?" And then just posted a picture of it. Smooch, smoochy, smooch, smooch. If we make enough pictures like this, AI generated images will certainly be banned from this platform. And that was my almost entirely post with the most, except for my post with the most. That was my penultimate round. Back to you, Michael, for your post with the most.
All right, here we go. My post with the most this week comes to you from, it's going to be a surprise to me too, everybody, Limp Brisket at Britty Migs. He says, "No piece of comedy is as funny as your friend accidentally saying a word a little bit wrong." It really resonated, man.
Oh my God. Man,
And that's all I got this week. What's your post with the most, Brain?
I got to follow up on that, Nan. I was talking to a friend and I said, "Oh my God, I remember Harmony. She used to describe things and it would always be like, it was so cute and little." And like everything was cute and little.
I was in the drive-thru with my buddy one time, and he tried to order a double-decker taco, and he said, and I wasn't even old enough to drive, so that tells you how long ago this was. But he accidentally said a double-deckle, and like, swear to God, we fucking never let him live it down.
That's awesome.
All right, here we go. Post of the most. Here we have 5-panel. I think this one was glass houses. We have death with a dude, and his spirit is looking at his dead body. He says, "I died?" Death says, "Yes. Time for the afterlife." Says, "But I'm an atheist." Death says, "Then limbo." And then Death has a wine shirt and it's Marcus in the Blue is sweating too.
Oh my God.
And that's gonna be my post of the month. Nothing can beat death in limbo.
That is fantastic. My post with the most was in response to a lot of the reference questions and my friends all asking me the same thing over the last week. And I just posted my avatar up there saying, "Why are so many women asking me where to find bears?" A lot of interesting responses. I had the worst dating app ever with the bear tracker. And friend of the show, Kurt says, "Did you try in the woods?" And probably my favorite is friend of the show, Ray Mullins and Gary Archuleta both mentioned this gif of two bears. Hey, yeah, come on in. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Right over here. And that has been my post with the most. And that, I believe, officially constitutes an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind for May 21st, 2024. We love you so much. Mwah.
Love you, George. And love you, Andrew.
Yeah, I love you too, Andrew. We miss
Andrew.
All right, see you guys next week live from the studio in Urbana, streaming on Twitch. And if you're here in Champaign, please join us for some beverages. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.